I say that? Sometimes I feel like when we record and it doesn't work, it's like I've already gotten out of my brain and I've already
That's exactly how I feel.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I have the ability to talk that long across again.
I know. Like you said, it's like you had like an emotional dump.
You were a little loud.
Oh, I apologize. I will put the microphone further. It's like you have an emotional dump and you just like let it all, like you let it go like Elsa.
Yeah.
Let it go. It's so funny. I just like literally pulled up my Google and started scrolling to see if there's anything. Ooh. So.
I don't want to talk about the pregnancy thing, Ray.
I'm not talking about the pregnancy ring. I'm talking about the fact that Samsung is coming out with one of those smart tracking rings. Then there's rumors and patents that Apple is going to do that ring thing. And then there's the Oura ring. And then don't they have another one?
There's Eve, which is specifically made for women.
Oh, okay.
But that one takes forever. All of them are like $400. If Apple comes out with one, can they make it for fat people fingers?
You don't have fat people fingers.
Sarah, my fucking ring size is the same as your husband's.
Mine is an 11.
Mine is a 14.
Oh. I thought you were giving me the finger and then now you did. So, we didn't have an episode last week, not for...
We haven't even started it yet. I haven't done the...
Oh, that's fun. You can have the talk at the beginning and then we can do the thing. Fuck. What was I going to say?
We didn't have an episode?
Oh, yeah. We didn't have an episode last week. There was some corruption that went on with the file. I did put a TikTok on our TikTok page just to kind of let everybody know.
Welcome to Burnt Out Perfectionist. My name is Eve.
My name is Sarah. I almost said my name is Eve.
And together we have Eve.
Eve.
It is a Wednesday.
We had Sarah Eve.
It is Wednesday. I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, you're feeling okay?
I got like back pain. I'm old.
Back pain, I'm old. The weather has shifted so many times. My skin and my body does not know what it wants to do.
So in a frame of about 3 or 4 days, we have gotten sunshine, hail, rain, wind, snow, ice, and sun. Some of those in the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think it was Monday, we went from, like, it was kind of cold, but not that bad and windy. And then I was walking after work, and I saw a lovely, great black cloud. And then it was windy, and then we sat down for dinner, and then it was hailing, and then it was snowing. That was all in a midst of like 3 hours.
Well, my favorite thing is when you made that joke about how you're like, if there's not a storm that ends the world, then...
No, I literally said I will walk to the dollar store unless there's a hurricane that magically happens. Woke up today, we have snow.
Oh, we have snow, but it's like weird snow. Like, it's like powder, but it also looks like someone took out a can of, like, the silly string and sprayed it everywhere.
And then it's also, like, not enough that it's bad, but then I feel like, you know, like, the before spring where it kind of freezes because the snow's kind of melted?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all happened, but yesterday it was kind of warm. So it's like, can someone please explain that to me?
Yeah, no, it's, like, going down to, like, -8, and then overnight... Mm-hmm. And then it goes to, like, out of nowhere, the sun comes out, which is great. I mean, I'm always down. But it fucking comes out, and then it's, like, 10 or 12 degrees. We're at that, like, weird part where you don't know what to wear. I was literally telling...
That's been that all winter, though.
I know. Our winter is so weird. So, like, I can usually, where we live, like, change out my clothes seasonally. Like, every 4 months, like, pull stuff out. That's, like... From everything that you can think of, like pajamas, the only thing that I don't trade out is like underwear. And yes, I do trade out my socks because I have like thicker socks for my feet to stay warm. And honestly, I had what mountain range would we arrange? The Laurentian Mountains of laundry.
Rocky Mountains?
I was gonna say the Laurentian Mountains. Those are in Quebec.
I was trying to say the Rocky Mountains because that's half in BC, half in Alberta.
As soon as I say Rocky Mountain, I'm like, Rocky Mountain ways, do. That's immediately what goes on in my brain. Of laundry, there's this magical thing that happens in my home where I have one of those 3-compartment like hanging bag trolley laundry things. And the laundry never actually makes it into the trolley baskets. It just seems to like levitate on top of all of it.
Yeah, they're like those we have them too, and I feel like you put one thing in and the bag's full.
I think this is another pain point of like tall people things. Because like my jeans go in there and it's like a quarter of it done. And I'm 5'10" and I wear like a 14 and like my jeans are 36 long. So like my shit takes up room. It's like I literally have a pantry shelf for my Kia because my husband has size 14 feet. And all the other shoe racks do not hold his shoes.
I love watching these TikTokers who are like organizing their lives, and he's like size 5 feet. And I'm like, my foot is double the size. So your 2 pairs of shoes is my 1 shoe.
Oh, yeah. Like if I get a shoe rack, it's maybe like no matter how long it is, I swear to you, it's like 3 pairs of shoes at the top. That's all.
Exactly.
Well, 3 pairs of shoes are like, I looked at those like IKEA ones where they like flip out. Like tons of people have the ones.
Yeah, like the shoe cabinet.
It's like a cute shoe cabinet. And it was so funny. I was like, oh my God, I really want to get this. And Ben goes, take off a shoe. I'm like, okay. He's like, put it in the drawer and try to close it. I was like, okay. And I put it in and my shoe didn't fit. And he goes, babe, now do you think my shoe's going to fit? I'm like, no, we got to find a different solution.
I know. I think when in doubt, just a bench.
I'm almost thinking a bench. That would be a lot easier in like the summer because like my kid just swears off shoes in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like she'll have sandals when we go out in public, but other than that, she's just barefoot running around.
Or those like individual shoe boxes.
Those though, I feel like again would not fit his shoes and probably would get broken, or everything would just end up on top of the tower of stuff.
True.
Yeah.
What was your survive and thrive of the week?
Survive is I can hear out of my left ear.
Survive is the poor thing.
Sorry. A thrive is that I can hear out of my left ear. And my survive is, I don't know, just trying to rev myself up for life. There's more layoffs going on around the world. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Because I've been in both positions of like the buyout and then a position of being laid off. And both suck ass. And it's just like, I want to help people, but I also want to help myself.
My survive of this week was
coming to my house because it was a disaster.
It was not just.
She's so nice.
My survive was probably I woke up this morning and I had really bad back pain.
Are you bleeding?
Not like really.
Oh,
like sometimes my back just hurts.
You also did sleep on the couch, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my thrive was I cleaned Sarah's house.
Your house wasn't that bad. So what Eve did for me.
No, I feel like you need to background check this. So
background check. Jesus. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Last week I watched Your Child while you went to the Ice Cube concert.
Oh yeah, which was dope. Oh, that was my thrive.
I was like, you didn't.
That fucking Ice Cube concert. Oh my God, I knew like all the songs. We went with our 2 friends, and the best part is our one friend who I love dearly. She was born in the very early 90s, and he kept playing old school songs. Which I mean, I was only born in 86, but I knew like so many songs, and she just kept leaning, laughing forward, and looking at me, and she's like, "Do you know this song?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." And, like, Ben knew some of the songs, but not all of them. So, like, Joel and I were living our best fucking lives at this concert. Just, like, standing up and dancing. And, yeah. Anywho, sorry.
So I watched Your Child.
Yes.
And while I was watching Your Child, we were going to play the Switch for a little bit. And so her kid pulls out the 2 games and goes, I can't find any of the other games.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to describe the scene of Sarah's house.
Oh, it was bad.
Of her. But I was like, oh, okay. So I was, one of my friends is opening a new business and wanted some help, like, painting. And so was, like, offering to everybody. And I was like, oh, yeah, totally. 3 days before that, before I was supposed to go help, she said, oh, I can only have you for, like, a little bit because I have like inspectors coming in and stuff. I was like, totally. I did not tell Sarah this because I put it in my mind that I was going to clean her house.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking that like Eve's like whipping out rollers and like doing all this shit and gonna like be taping stuff off, and it's like she's gonna come back with my husband because it was like where we lived, and she's just gonna be exhausted, half covered in paint. She comes in, I'm like, you're fucking clean, and you look I was like, and you look rested. What the fuck is going on? And then she gives me like the funniest face. She's like, have a nice time at home. I'm like, what the fuck did she do? At first, I thought you were gonna prank the shit out of me.
Oh my God, no. I would have not pranked you in that household.
And then Mom made a weird face.
No, because Mom knew too.
Oh, yeah, because
so
nobody can lie in this family.
No, I purposely did that because I want to make you feel uncomfortable on your way home.
I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't touch the kitchen. I have so many dishes. It's gross.
I didn't touch the kitchen. No. So I got back I helped from like probably 8 to like 10-ish by the time, 10:30 I got back to her house, ate a little bit of food, and then I started, and at like 12:25, her husband busts in the door because he had a meeting all night.
Yeah.
Didn't notice anything because...
Oh, he is on a mission? He had a task.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to wait for him to see. He walks in, and I'm like, doesn't say anything. I had to point it out at the end of the day, and I was like, yeah, I tried to get it done as much as I want. It's like I like broke the glass, and he turns around and he goes, what happened?
Well, he just completely like disassociates from the rest of reality and focuses on his meeting.
So I probably spent 2.5 hours like consistent going through everything. I cleaned off her stairs, I cleaned off her landing, I cleaned off all of the stuff. But the funny thing is when I walked in, not yesterday but the day before, like Monday night, she turns and looks at me and goes, go look at my room. And I'm like, why? Go look at my room. So I walk in, there's no clothes on the ground.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
I 100% had a floor
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was
like when I was watching the kid, I ate it, trying to get a sweater for me.
I know. She was like, so I went in your room to get a sweater, and I was like, remember I told you I'm going to stop apologizing for the way my house looks? I have been sick for the past like month and a bit, and I literally could not bend over when I had that ear stuff, or I would pass out or throw up.
Yeah, so I fell through that, and I was like, oh, okay. And there's nothing. And I was like, okay, well, that was going to be the first place I was going to start. Actually, the first place I was going to start was the stairs. Because I have a question out there for everybody. Why? What is the most unsafe place in your household other than the bathroom? The stairs. Why put shit on the stairs? And I'm not saying, like, 2 items on the side of the stairs that I'm going to bring down when I go down next. No, there was a water bottle at the end of the stairs. Me and it connected, and one of us didn't survive.
I know. There's like a unrealistic expectation when you put stuff on the stairs. Like the number one time that I actually put stuff on the stairs is the downstairs set. Mm-hmm. And it'll be like, oh, these are like the washcloths or the kitchen towels to go upstairs. Or this is, I don't know, recycling or something. And usually my kid's really awesome. And if she comes down the stairs and sees like recycling or like a garbage bag, she'll be like, Dad, I gotta go I'm gonna take stuff out for Mom. And then he goes out with her, or she like marries it with like the kitchen trash or whatever. And that, like, it's always like the vinyl stairs, which are the slidey stairs, that usually don't have a lot on them. They usually have like a kitchen towel or dish something, or like a pile of them to like go up and downstairs. That is a continuous place. Which, I mean, I walk past them. I'm not going to lie, because sometimes I just forget that they're there.
But, like, on one side's fine.
No, but the carpet...
migrate into the middle of it?
It's, like, literally, so you, like, walk in my house, and there's a landing, and the landing has the giant rack for the men's shoes and stuff. And then there's the there's a set of stairs that go up and a set of stairs that go down. So the set of stairs that go up are carpeted, and they end up just becoming this endless dumping ground for shit.
But what makes it even worse is at the top of the stairs, there's a closet facing the stairs.
Yes, which I took the doors off of, and we put an organizer in, and I made sure all the stuff was organized. And it seems to be someone who may be listening to this podcast, someone's favorite place to put shit.
Including a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Christmas. So I was fine, and then I had a cold, and then I had a flu. We know this. I've talked about this in other episodes. So, like, it took me a bit One of my friends actually messaged me and said, "Oh my God, I look like a hot mess, but at least my house is clean," and sends me a picture. And she's like, "Sometimes I just feel like I don't have my shit together." So I took a selfie with my Christmas tree. I would like to state the date was January 28th. I am not like shaming anyone who's like a Christmas enthusiast, but generally, we like growing up, we put ours up on like the 23rd, and then we would take it down before New Year's. My husband grew up in a different household where like literally midnight on Halloween, they put up Christmas stuff, and it is Christmas until like almost his birthday, which was February 26th. And I mean, everybody grows up different ways, but anyways, we put ours up later, and then we had it, and then I had like all this stuff, and I have this weird, it's not a crawl space, but it's like an under the stairs thing, and where they place the hot water tank, it freaking is sticking out. So I'm like one of the only people who could squeeze past it, and then my husband has to like pass stuff over because we have those like yellow and black containers from Costco. And it's a 2-person process, and you got to like take stuff out, rotate stuff, and I was just not up to par to do it. And there was like, I wasn't going to be like, "Eve, can you come over and help rip apart my underneath the stairs?" Because there's like a 99% chance that you smack your head or you step in that weird cement divot that's there. So for the safety of all people, my Christmas tree is in a box at the top of my stairs right now. Did you duct tape that shut?
Yes,
by the way?
I did.
Thank you. I could not find the duct tape.
I look at the duct tape. Also, your child's hockey tape is in that closet as well.
Oh, perfect. Did you find the flame one?
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh my God.
Skulls.
The same with the skulls?
Look at skulls.
I thought I had it in the bag, and then her stuff wore off when we went to like, another hockey tournament. Hockey tournament sounds delicious. A hockey tournament. And like Emily totally redid hers with like neon green hockey tape, and she does the cutest thing where she's like, "I put 4 goals into this while I was taping it up." And I was like, Charlie's like, "I love this neon green. It's so great." And I just burst out. I was like, "Well, now I don't have to wrap it for a while."
Oh yeah, there's like all of the hockey tape is on the like top.
I know, I got the white one, and she's like, "Can't believe you got one. It was at Costco. It was so cheap."
But I organized that closet too.
Yeah.
It is so funny because it's one of Sarah's best friend's kids' birthday coming up soon. So I took both of the presents, I stuck them in a bag that I found with the random gift wrapping stuff on the cap.
Yeah.
And then I put tissue paper in, and I was like,
"Here are the things."
Yeah. So that was my thrive.
Sweet.
Is I didn't tell her either, and I just sat there waiting.
And it was great because like, I don't know how many neuro spicy people we have who listen, but you know those like random little piles that like clog your brain, and you'll be like, "I should go do said dishes," or "I should go do the laundry." But there's all these other little things, and you're like, "Oh, maybe I'll do them." And then when you eventually do those little things, you're almost like too tired to do the other things. Or they literally just like make you have like full on paralysis because you just see all the stuff that you have to, and you're like, "Oh my God." I was so inspired. Before I went to bed, I took down all the stuff because I have to hang 90% of my clothes to dry. And I took all them down, I put them all away, and then I did a load of laundry. I swapped the laundry over, and then I delay washed another load, which you should talk about my math skills. I put it on for a delay of 8 hours. So that way it would start 8 hours later. I really should have done 6 because I didn't accommodate for the fact that I used normal wash, because everybody can have a good chuckle at me. I have an LG washer. And the fantastic thing about an LG washer is it will give you tips. Mine's from like I think it's a 2018 or 2019 model. I have that stupid fucking Alexa in my house that I cannot stand because she doesn't listen to me and she hates me. But you can actually skill it so that way it will announce all over your devices like the washer is done. The dryer is done. And it's great because that's the number one thing I forget about. Because the laundry room in like where we live is not in like a kitchen, and it's not in like, it's in the bottom half of the house at the back. So it's not like really something. It plays a little tune, as they all do, but that part's awesome. But I got this like lecturing message. I should almost pull it up for my LG washer because I was always like, "Oh my God, it takes so long to like wash clothes," which that's just a me problem. But one of my best friends has an LG washer, and she goes, what? Have you never used Quick Wash? Well, I quickly made that the essential fucking cycle that I used because it takes 15 minutes for warm hot and 25 minutes for cold. Why the fuck would I use anything else? Well, there's a reason why. I'm trying to find this message. I almost died at how funny it was. Basically, am I going to be able to find it? Oh, I did a bunch of laundry in the weekend, so I probably buried it. Basically, I get this notification. Usually the notifications are your washer's done. So I clicked on it. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't get an announcement on Alexa. But anybody who has an Alexa knows when there's an Apple update or an Alexa update, everything on skills, and you got to fucking fix it all. It's so annoying. Eve's smiling. She loves her Google, and it's so great.
You don't have to skill it.
I know. I literally got a message from my LG washing machine advising me that Quick Wash is not an essential wash and it's only supposed to be for 1 to 6 garments, because I full on fill that fucking thing up. 1 to 6 garments. And if I'm going to want to do loads as large as I am, I should put them on as heavy or normal. I literally got fucking called out by my washing machine. My favorite one that comes up, my favorite notification that comes up is it knows, which creeps me out. When you rewash a load, the endless cycle of forgetting shit.
Tell you to switch it over?
No, it literally says the washer is done to ensure that your clothes do not smell like mildew, and to ensure, it says all this other stuff. Basically, it's bitch, take your fucking clothes out of the washing machine. Stop doing this eternity infinity cycle and fucking deal with them, because it'll be to prevent wear and tear in your washing machine or whatever. And then 2 weeks ago, because I had quite the load that I just kept fucking washing, it sends me a message. Because of how many times you have washed and left clothes sitting in the washing machine, please put in one of the cleaning tabs. Hey, this is us interrupting us. So this is Sarah.
Oh, sorry. This is Eve.
And we just wanted to throw in a little self-promotion here. Please subscribe to Burnt Out Perfectionist, our podcast dedicated to all the topics of life.
Dive deeper into the topics we explore, connect with like-minded individuals in our community forums, and share your own stories.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform. Be the first to know about upcoming episodes, special guests, and exclusive events by following us on all of the social medias, Burnt Out Perfectionist or Burnt Out Perfectionist Pod.
We value your input, so share your thoughts with us on social media or even send us an email, because I do get alerts. Your voice matters, and we want to hear from you.
Thanks for being a part of the Burnt Out Perfectionist community. Now let's get back to the insightful conversation that you tuned into for between Eve and I.
I remember your journey is unique, and it's okay to not have all the answers.
Perfect. Stay as warped and twisted as ever. My washing machine is adult, better Sarah. The fuck.
I just love it. My washer doesn't. Oh my god, the amount of times that I go to your house and it's ding, 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 ding. Your washer, your LG washer, is complete. And I'm like, what is?
Oh, the best part is it's always I think they have a specific skill voice, because it's never the voice of the Alexa. It's always a completely different voice that comes on. It's your washer is complete. I'm like, what? Morgan Freeman, is that you?
Every time. And I'm always like, what are we doing?
I know, I laugh so hard. I actually did a TikTok on my own personal page of the infinite load. Here's the way to, this is exactly how to skill your washing machine. Because
the washing machine goes, you're trying to educate people online.
But the difference that it makes is fucking, I don't know, it's great. I know some people will be like, stop being lazy, blah, 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 blah. And people, I legitimately forget about it. You know what I remember when I go, I don't feel like wearing this specific hoodie or that crew neck.
Where is that hoodie?
Where is that hoodie? And I walk in, oh, good God. Okay, well, I got to clean. Because my kid has a uniform. And then we put that in a separate area. So I just clean her uniform pieces. My husband has a uniform. And magically, I'm pretty sure he cleaned his own things.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was a million pairs of pants.
I feel like I need to go through my clothing again.
I'm almost feeling like that too. Ben advised me that I have a problem because of how full my hoodie drawer is. But I said again, it's because of how up and down the season has been. And he laughed and said, okay, babe.
I feel like too, I like want to keep certain things for like from the business, but I don't like want to wear them.
Oh, you want to do like what do they call it? Like a vault?
Yeah, like a capsule. So I was gonna buy. That's why I was looking on Amazon looking for a trunk. I was trying to figure out why I was looking
for like Restore or something. They have tons of trunks
because they're huge, and I just want one that slides underneath my bed.
Dude, your bed's really high. A lot of those are just like shorties.
Oh,
you know what? I have a blue one in the thing outside. I could just take the shit out of it, and then you could just use that. Because I think I have like random memory stuff in the bottom, but like we could just keep that stuff in there.
Oh yeah, I just want to throw that stuff in there and like
my
let it go bells. Because I was looking at my clothes and I was like, where did this go? Where did this go? And I feel like now it's been like 4 or 5 years with some of them, and like the seams start to break. And,
the pilling.
The pilling.
The fading.
And I'm just like, I just wanted to work, and it's just...
So I went through like a whole thing where I was like, oh, obviously, like I popped off with Brunette the Label and got a bunch of those like grab bags, saved a shit ton of money, and got like a ton of essentials. But a big thing when it comes to that is I was like, now my stuff is like very neutral colored and I'm like missing color. Meanwhile, I'm wearing this like super cute like turquoise hoodie that one of my best friends sent me for my birthday. But
I'm wearing gray.
You came up, I'm like, you're very gray. You're like, I know. I just feel like I want more color. I've always like led to be like, oh well, I have a bunch of like really solid base. I don't want to get rid of like a ton of like the basic ones, obviously, but I'm like, I'd love to wear like a bright pant, but then like, have you put on bright pants? Like sometimes I feel like they just emphasize more.
I don't know. I sit there and I'm like, oh, I'd like to look nicer, but then I don't know how I want to, because I have like the sensory with the textures and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of places now have this like, the interior of the sweaters is very...
It's like a towel.
It's like towel-y, but then the outside just feels plasticky, and I'm just not vibing with that.
Oh, I can't deal with those, like, I don't want to sound rude, but they're like the cheap sweaters, like where they almost have like a sheen. Is that what you're talking about?
And the ones that I got from, I'm not going to say the business name, recent, like not super recently.
Yeah.
But I was like, I loved their t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I loved their sweaters for the longest time. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to get this sweater thinking, oh, it's going to be comfortable. And then I was like, it was that fabric.
I know, like the one that you have on right now is super cute. It looks like soft. Is that an H&M one? Yeah. See, H&M has really good ones. You do usually pay a little bit more unless you get stuff on sale, but their stuff is usually pretty solid.
Oh, no. This one was Hollister.
Oh, no, which is so funny because you're like, I bought some sweaters on Hollister. I'm like, how the fuck did I forget about Hollister?
This, like, it said, like, the Tundra, and it was this really pretty teal one, and it is so comfortable. And then I got that, and then I really wanted, like, a basic sweater because I only had a black one from Lace Pants, which I loved it, but I was like, I just want another sweater that was comfy.
Yeah.
So I got, like, those 2 things, and it was like, if you spend over $58, you get free shipping.
Oh, my God. If you fell into that's like me. It's like, okay, I, like, do the math calculation of, like, is it worth it?
Like, I got 3 sweaters and a scarf for $60.
That's a solid fucking deal.
I feel like if that could be my job, it's just like people hand me what they need and I just type it in and be like, this is where you find it.
Right?
It's like a tracker, but not.
It's like me. I always go on like Aerie because I got those fucking waffle shirts and I love them.
Yeah.
But like some of them have been sacrificed to the laundry gods because some people try and things just like do not work for them.
I really just want to wear... I think I'm going to switch to sets. I think I'm going to be a set jumpsuit person.
We were talking about only wearing like rompers and stuff like that because it would just make life easier.
Like, I just sit there because this year we're going to a gala and we're going to a wedding.
Sounds so fancy.
And And so I got a dress for the wedding, and I was like, great, got it off Amazon. Wonderful. Slides on, great, fits great. Got a dress that I was going to wear to the gala. Wow. Never seen a slit that high.
I think it was a 90.
I honestly think but it was literally like prom dress. And I was like, whatever. So then we go to like a TJ Maxx type store.
Yeah.
See the most beautiful Cinderella dress.
Oh my God, it was so pretty.
Fits everywhere except for my boobs.
Oh yeah, literally. And then if we got it to fit your boobs, it would have been fucking huge on the bottom.
Like, if it's everywhere, and then it was like it got right to my rib cage, and I was like, oh, okay, is it gonna work? I was squishing, I was trying everything, I was lifting. Yep, they just straight up got in the way.
I was literally just like, take your bra off.
I was mortified, but
yeah, I was pissed for you.
I was like, why? Like, why? So I was like, for fuck's sakes, I just want to wear rompers. But then I was going on like a bunch of websites trying to find like rompers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just like the wrong season. But I got this sweatsuit from Old Navy.
I literally wore the black one yesterday.
I wore it I think I got it like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I got it in gray and I got it in black. And I love those things so much. But obviously they're too hot in the summer. So I have these like terry cloth ones, which are great. But then currently it's too cold to wear the short one, but it's too hot to wear the like sweater ones. I'm like, I just want a nice like couple of them that I could wear.
I literally woke up yesterday and I was like, Alexa, what's the temperature outside? She's like, it's -8. I was like, what the fuck? Because the day before it was like 12 degrees. So I was like, I am wearing this, but my key is I have to wear a tank top underneath it. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I don't like going to the bathroom and just feel like I'm buck-ass fucking naked or, like, in my bra just, like, sitting there.
Which then, brought me down to the wrinkle of, like, finding the right bra. And then I was like, I'm going to look for rompers. And it's all over the place. And I'm like, God damn it, why is there so many options for things now?
I think the big issue, too, for, like, rompers and stuff is I'll get so excited and see all this stuff and then find out that it's, like, a 30-inch inseam. And, like, that's okay in certain aspects, but, like, guys, I don't want my ankles to be cold all the time.
You know what my other thing is trying to find shoes. Like, you know how you could just find basic shoes?
Oh my God, you know what I was super annoyed by? Speaking of shoes, is do you remember how Mom used to go like get like Dr. Scholl's basic like white, they look like Nuff Cuff Adidas, from like Walmart? Well, I was like, oh, I'll get some. Which I'm not gonna lie, Walmart's kind of popping off on the shoe game. They have a lot of like memory fit shoes. I don't know what the longevity of them are, but they're actually not that bad. I haven't bought any yet, but I bought their like knockoff Birk sandals. They're heavy as fuck, but they're so cute. But I have to make sure that like I put lotion on my feet and then like, but almost make sure they're like dry or like and cut the fuck out of my feet if my feet are dry. But I went to go get, I'm like, oh, they don't have them here anymore. Like, which is fine. Like they change up brands and stuff. I went online. Dr. Scholl's shoes are over $100.
What?
Dude, I went on Amazon. I'm like, oh, this is probably some fucking markup bullshit. Okay, whatever. Weird, though. It says Dr. Scholl's, like, sold by Dr. Scholl's. So I go to the Dr. Scholl's website, expecting that, you know, they're going to have different prices. Like, nope. Same fucking prices. Like, literally, I found these shoes, so I kept them because I was like, why not?
This baffles me because I even found like before we had like a shoe, it's like a shoe warehouse or shoe company, and I would go in and then they looked at me and they were like, oh yeah, we no longer sell Nike, Adidas, and Puma.
Oh yeah. Oh, I deleted them all off my list because I was so fucking annoyed.
I was like, excuse me. And so then I typed in to like I think it was like TikTok comfy shoes, and all of them are like Nikes or Jordans, and they're so expensive.
They're either so expensive or we literally cannot get them.
I'm like, I just want a basic shoe.
I know. I have a pair of white Adidas that I got, and I got them at the weirdest place, the weirdest place that I never think to go, nor did I think I would, and I paid $19 for them. I got them at Mark's.
Oh, that's right.
So Mark's is like, usually it's like a workwear store. That's what it used to be called. Was a workwear store. They just call it Mark's now. A workwear store, and it's brought to you by the same folks who do Canadian Tire and Sport Check. So it's like, I think it's just mainly Canadian. I don't think they have Marks in the States. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, if it's with Canadian Tire.
I know, but I don't.
Do they have Sport Trek here?
I don't think they do. I think they just have like Foot Locker. We have Foot Locker, but our Foot Locker is boring. I feel bad for the people in the mall who work at Foot Locker. It's like it's literally the size of a shoebox. It's so small. But yeah, I went in there and they had all these shoes on sale. And the one where I live, because I live in like a smaller suburb, is like literally, I got these like plain white Adidas, white laces, super comfortable. I legit think I had something very similar in like the early 2000s. I got them for $19 because nobody else wanted them because they were size 10. And then I got the same day, they had buy one, get one half off. So I got these $19 Adidas. And then I got these boots that said that they were $15 or whatever. And I ended up paying $7.50 for a pair of rubber boots that are wide calf friendly. And they're by like Wind River or whatever. And literally, we don't really have a season where we have like a ton of rain and stuff, but it's really great for like pumpkin patches if it's like really mucky at that time or whatever. And I have those, and I got those two, and I couldn't believe that I got those two things for like, it was like under $50.
I sit down and I'm just like, I feel like I need to make a Pinterest board again.
I feel like I don't know if it's inflation or if I'm just cheap. Oh, I have a Pinterest board for like wardrobe inspiration that I realized I'm just like pinning stuff for like an emo goth girl.
Oh my god. If you ever need to know when Sarah wants a haircut, she doesn't tell me. She just adds me to a Pinterest board of a haircut.
Oh, speaking of that, can you trim the bottom of my hair today, or is that a no?
No, thanks, do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Like, literally, I'll be like, out of nowhere. You've been added to Sarah's hair board of shag. Everything is just the same haircut on a different person. I'm like,
I know, but I always
you want a shag?
I always try to find like a different angles or different. Sometimes one has a little bit more than the other, or if I can tell that they have thicker hair, because I have thick ass hair.
And just a friendly reminder, I don't do hair outside of this family. I work in a hospital.
Yeah, which is oddly good at it. So
I figured it out. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this year, it's February, I know. But I'm also really proud because I socialized earlier in the week and then I'm going out with Chloe tomorrow.
Which is so exciting.
We're doing pottery.
I know, that's so cool. I haven't done pottery since like Charlie's birthday during the vid.
Oh, I just watched Sean paint a mug for like 25 minutes.
I know, and you smiled with your mask on your face.
But I'm excited to actually do it. And I was like, oh, whatever, do. And I was like, maybe I'll do a cup. Teacup. But I'm going with my, like, super artsy friend, so.
You just say that you're going to do a mug.
A cup.
Yeah.
Difference.
There's a difference?
I don't know. I'll figure something out when we get there, but. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just want to, like, maybe it's a sports bra that I got from Amazon that I'm like, I need a new laugh.
Well, no, that's the whole thing is it's just kind of like, I don't know what it is about 2024. I think like we were kind of like obviously in a funk and almost like, I don't know, like aftershock hangover from like the panorama and stuff like that. But I don't know, when it like turned over to this year, I was kind of like, oh, it's a new year. You were even sending me stuff because I was like, I don't know, I feel like my stuff is kind of like drab and everything. Meanwhile, somebody who actually listened to our seasonal depressive episode is probably like, no, you guys are just coming to your funk, calm the fuck down.
It's not my season.
I don't know. I just feel like I could like change things. I don't want to like minimalize things because I think that's so like it just sets like the horrible expectation where you're like, oh, I have more than 7 sweaters. I shall throw one out for no good reason. But I don't know. I just want to like change things up. I kind of want like funkier. I definitely want to go to the gym more just because like every single time I've gone to the gym so far this year, it's like, bitch, sit down. You're sick again. But I just want to get like more routine-ish because I do like thrive in a routine. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm a little like slow right now. Slow goes.
I feel like my level of tired is just higher.
I know my level of like, obviously, mine's different. Your level of tired is like you're going to like work, you're dealing like your healthcare worker, need we say more. But like, I'm also just like tired, but oddly inspired at the same time. Like I go through days where like I get so much shit done that this is not the definition of ADHD. I don't know what it is. I go through days where like I get so much shit done, and then days where I get just fucking nothing done, and I'm just like glued to wherever I am.
I don't know. I sit there and I just like, I just feel kind of stuck. You just went silent.
No, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like... No, I like get that. It's like, I don't want to say like in a funk, because I feel like that almost has like a super like negative connotation, but I just feel like I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate things. I'm not like sad, but I'm not like, I'm just kind of like complacent.
I feel like too, I always like over the past month or so, I minorly dropped the ball on the social medias for overwhelmed.
Oh, fuck, so did I.
And I was
just like, hi, I'm sick. No episode.
And I was like, oh, like I feel really inspired. But then I feel like the area that I feel like I just want to redo the whole house. Because I'm like, I just don't feel inspired when I go in my room anymore.
Selena talked me down about a month ago because I was like, so everything in my house is usually like, like my actual house, because I rent, is like a beigey brown, and then the carpet is like brown, but the vinyl is gray, and then the kitchen is from the 1970s. But I was like, I think I just want to like change up my decor, and she's like, what are you thinking? And I was like, I think I'm almost over having everything like my like seafoamy teal like blue vibe. And I want to repaint every frame and just have it a bright, fun color. Because you know that Karen girl.
Oh my God, I love Karen.
She has like the cutest shit. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I saw this other person, and I do not know her name, but I just started following her. I saw her last night. And then I watched a ton of her videos. She was like, you know, when you're a kid and you think of all the like cool shit that you can have, when you're like older, like you're like, I'm not gonna, not like I can't go to this extreme, but like fuck the stairs, I'm gonna have a slide, or like other fun things, and you can like have fun decor, and you're like, I'll have this themed or this. And her house is like fairy tales and like fairies and stuff, and it's just like cute, like it's like still aesthetically pleasing and not like tacky or creepy, because that can go in one of two directions. If anybody's ever been to the Enchanted Forest, which is a landmark thing, it is both. It makes some people happy and some people have nightmares. But like they have all this like fun stuff, and I was like, some people see it like some of it is kind of clutterish. I feel like Karen does it without being cluttered. Yeah. She makes sure like, oh, I need stools for this specific purpose, so I'm going to use them for this. I just feel like I wanted to like make it more fun, or as fun as I can do. But then also I'm from like the generation that was like almost programmed to make everything look like a house and home magazine, or like that you're about to move out. But also I feel like if it was too loud, that I might just like see it as messy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm more of like I like the dark wilderness seed vibe.
Yeah.
And everything that we have in our house right now is like I like the living room and the vibe of the living room. But I feel like my room just looks so cold.
Well, it is cold. You are in the basement.
I know, but it just doesn't look like warm. Like, it doesn't look cozy.
Well, we got you those fun things to just add a little spice into your life. There's a little bit of pink on them. Just, I know what you mean, though. It's like, can I change the decor? Should I keep one wall this color? Is this the time for sticky wallpaper?
Part of me really was going to go for the sticky wallpaper.
Right? I feel like wallpaper's really having to come back.
But also, it's really expensive.
It is. It's like stupid expensive. It used to be so cheap to get stuff like that, and you used to be able to find stuff like at freaking Winners, like all the time. Winners is like a TJ Maxx store for anyone who's like, what is a Winner?
I know. And then I was doing like my own watercolor for a while, and I'm like, but it's so plain.
Oh, it's like not as like vibrant as you want it to be.
I know. Yeah. And then I'm like, should I paint my wall? This is my brain.
Oh no, I'm always just like my kitchen's really dark because I literally have dark brown cupboards. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can paint it. Like, you can go get paid. But, like, obviously they want you to paint it like a neutral color because it's a rental.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that would be great. I should totally go get the paint. I'm like, but the floor is so fucking ugly. It's like the lino that you do not take up because it is definitely full of asbestos.
Yeah. And then, like, I like my bed. And I don't mind the dresser.
Your bed is beautiful. Again, you need to put a PDF of how to build that bed somewhere because I feel like a lot of people would enjoy it. It's cute. And I think it would work for, like, it could work for a kid. It could work for someone in their 20s. And it could literally work for, like, a couple. I feel like it's a very, like, has a little, like, sun thing. It's fucking cute.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be making a lot of Pinterest boards today.
I make a lot of Pinterest boards with aspirations for things, but a large majority of the time, if I'm totally honest, I do not execute said things.
I think also this room brought me a lot of annoyance because it was supposed to be sage and it's seafoam green.
Oh my God, I remember when you painted it. So where we filmed the podcast is actually also a craft room. And I remember Eve saying, like, oh yeah, I got this super cute sage paint. She was so excited. And then I come in and I'm like, it looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream without the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, so about that.
I know, and it really annoys me because I was really excited about it, but I just don't like the color.
Yeah. I actually like the color.
I don't know. It might just be the amount of stuff in here, too.
It could be. I'm always down for, like, a solid spring clean out.
I know, and then I'm like, well, I'm going here with Chloe tomorrow, so I don't know how long I'll be up, but I'm like, how much can I get done today? And then I'm like, should I do my room? And then I'm like, should I do this? And then should I do this?
And then I sit on the couch and watch TikToks. That's how my brain works.
But then I have to plan it out.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is sometimes you really have to plan it out because it's like, well, if there's stuff in here that has to go into other rooms, then you have to make sure that those other rooms are ready for said stuff.
Yeah.
And they may be like a lower effort thing to do, right?
Like I got a couple of like wicker baskets from, I think it was HomeSense. And I was like, oh, I really like this like wicker. It looks quite nice and stuff. I was like, oh, this looks so cute. But I was looking at the rest of it and I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't spark joy anymore.
That's like my, there's like, I have this calyx that I've literally had forever. So a calyx is a 4x4 cube basically thing from IKEA, except the one that I have is like so old that it's like really thick and really heavy. And I have it on its side and my TV goes on it, which is great. It fits my TV. I've got like bins to put, you know, the millions of throw blankets in which I own because there's a different blanket all the time, or the comfies. Those go in there where they take up a whole fucking basket. But it's the other thing is I have like the plastic baskets that originally came with it and I don't really like them, but they're there and they're black. And then the calyx is super dark brown. It's called black brown, I think, in their arrangement of colors. And I'm like, oh, I almost want to get like vinyl, like stick on stuff or whatever you want to call it, and like cover it and make it brighter. But then I'm also like, sometimes it can kind of make it look trashy or cheap. And it does like look nice and it does serve its purpose. But I'm also like, oh, I would love to have something like smaller. I always go through the thing too where I'm like, oh, I should really just like mount a TV. And then I'm like, but Sarah, you have an addiction to moving the room around. Like every time. And every time I move it around, I'm like, holy fuck. Why did I not have this room before? And I'm like completely revived.
I know, but it's big. I can't do that.
Which is like almost good because you were literally changing it weekly at one point.
And that's it as a reflection on my mental state.
Yeah. We're like, I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm like, well, this is an interesting choice. You're like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm changing it tonight. Okay.
I know. I'm like, I feel like I need to either redo the decor or I always like to get new bedding.
New bedding does make a difference.
I don't like the like sliding material anymore. I really like the IKEA bedding.
I do like the IKEA bedding. It's one of those things though, like I feel like people should be prepped that like it is rough at the beginning. And then you have to wash it a couple times. And then it's like, because I'm not a fabric softener user because allergies. And you have to wash it a couple times. Every single time you wash it, it does get softer. But like, you pay like, what is it, 50? Well, I have a king size bed. Like
I think it's like 40, 50.
It's like $50 or something. And you get the plain ones. They have fun ones too. But I always look at the fun ones and we're like, oh my God. And it's so funny because I found a set of sheets. Well, I didn't find it. Instagram algorithm showed it to me for, it was like Sleep Country Canada. And I was going to get them for my kid. So my kid has a queen size bed because prior to my husband and I being together, I had literally just bought a brand new queen size bed. And I was like, I'm not selling this. I refuse. This is the best mattress on the face of the planet. And I love this frame and I'm not getting rid of it. We'll just put this in the same room as our daughter. And then when she grows out of her crib, we'll just put her in that. So she's had the same bed for like ever. And I saw these avocado sheets and they were so cute. I'm like, oh my God, that would be so funny. And then I could get like green comforters. I'm like, I wonder if they have them in king. Oh my God. I look. No. They go up to like fucking full.
Oh, every time.
Not even full queen. Anytime I find something cute. And I don't know if that's because I'm like, people say like young at heart or whatever. Like, I just want fun shit too.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I know. I think I get to this time too when it's like the end of winter where I'm like, I just want to destroy and clean everything.
Yeah. Also, my dresser is like black and I really want it to be a different color. Also, I would love it to fit my bras.
Yeah.
I haven't even put my socks away, so there's like no fucking room. I don't know where the hell they're gonna go.
I also feel like nowhere, like, I never know how to store my clothes.
What do you mean, like in the drawers?
Like, I never know, like, how I want them to, because I'm like, oh, I'll hang them up, and then I forget about them.
Yeah, so if I hang my clothes up, I have to have the closet doors off, because I have to be able to see it. Also, I have to make sure that I don't do, like, the foot slide and close the doors.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. So I realized, because we used to have it like the dresser was split up between Ben and I, and then the closet was split up between Ben and I. So I do have a little bit of the closet, because I figured out that he's a very visual person. He'll literally open the closet and like look, and then he grabs his things, and that is the best. That like works for him. It's great. And then on our top shelf, I used to store like a ton of shit up there, and now I just like folded his hoodies because like the closet isn't that big, and if you put like all the stuff out and everything, it just takes up too much room. And so I folded like sweats, comfy pants, stuff like that, and put it on top. And then I have this like tiny little side where I hang like an old bridesmaid's dress for my sister-in-law's wedding, a Brett Favre jersey, Minnesota Vikings Brett Favre jersey, and then I have like some winter coats, but I even folded some of those and put them like on the other side of the shelf. Because, like, I found that we were, like, I had this thing, like, don't be in my space in the morning. And, like, my husband kind of, like, stumbles around in the morning. And I'm very much, like, I'm programmed to get up. I do the same shit every morning. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, get out of my way. So I was like, oh, okay, like, this will be great. He has a side table that has 2 drawers, one for underwear, one for socks. I'll use the entire dresser, and he can have the closet. And that functionality works great for me, because worst comes, if I'm not feeling it, but thing that I started like training my brain to think like November, because I saw someone do a TikTok on it, which I mean the past example of what happened while I was sick of the wardrobe does not help it, but it's like you can just throw it in the drawer. You don't have to put it away perfectly, because it's like one of 2 ways. Like it looks like Marie Kondo folded my fucking drawer, or it just put it away. That way it's not on the floor.
Yeah. I also had a tube that I got these like wired cube things that you can like stack up, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And then it fell over.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, what? Like, it wasn't like I overstacked it or anything. It was like one of the things just went.
I mean, like, I find a lot of systems that'll work for like me and my family. A prime example is like my daughter has a desk, and then I have these like those like plastic, what are Sturtile?
Serta?
I don't know. It's like one of those like rolling plastic drawer sets. And I have a skinny one, and then I have a bigger one, because the bigger one fits like the construction paper and stuff like that. And it works, but also it doesn't, because there'll be a time where I go through all the stuff, and I'll notice that there's like stuff that she got at the dollar store, like a paint thing or whatever. And I know a lot of kids go through this, but like she didn't see it, so it didn't get done. And then we forgot it was there. Or she like aged out of something. Like I went through her drawers and I found this like a practice workbook for kindergarten. And I was like, how the fuck did I miss this the last time? But because I do it a lot. Like I go through all the stuff to make sure that like everything's together or whatever. And then I was messaging with Eve and our mom, and I was like, I think I want to get like one of those like trolleys, so that way it's like visible. Like get rid of the drawers, but find one of those trolleys so you can see it all. Because she loves to just like sit and create crafts and do tons of stuff like that, but like have it so it's visual but still organized. Mm-hmm. And then I'm always like, but is that going to be too much for my brain? Because sometimes it's like, if you see it, you'll use it, or it becomes nothing. Mm-hmm. Or it becomes an annoyance where I'm like, why the fuck is it there?
I like to, like, even when we're sitting here recording the podcast, I'm like, I don't want to like,
I don't want to do the thing.
yeah. But then it's also like, I said to her mom, I was like, I don't know how I want to organize it, but like the room's so big. And I'm like, oh, it'll be so great.
I know. I almost feel like it needs like a divider.
I know. I don't know how to divide. I feel like I could probably turn the ping pong table to be like this way. I feel like it might fit.
It's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just am in the cravings to change.
I'm in the cravings to change. And also my whole thing, oh my God, I messaged Eve about this and a couple others. I'm like, do you ever just get the urge to go to the thrift store? Because I've had the thrift store urge for the last bit. Also, I've never been to one of the ones that we drive past all the time. And then a bunch of people are like, oh my God, it's like the best one. I'm like, fuck, I want to go there.
It's been 59 minutes.
Oh.
I don't know really what we talked about, if I'm honest.
We talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Probably, hopefully relatable things. I mean, please like, share, and subscribe. We're everywhere.
But thanks for listening.
Yeah. And I'll try to do better with the social media for Burnt Out Perfectionist now that I'm not broken. I said I'll try.
Terrible in general.
I know. It's like sometimes I'm so inspired and I get all these posts and I pre-plan them. And then all of a sudden I'm like, how come there wasn't oh, fuck. But I'm not inspired today. I don't want to do it. Or it's formatting or coming up with cool things. I don't want to just have my face everywhere or random things or oh, should I have this? Or I don't know. What do you, what's the best way that you find that you listen to podcast clips? I think is a big thing for me because I know a lot of people put them on TikTok, but we don't record a video of ourselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a thing. If that's why or
I don't know.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions or anything at all, please let us know. And stay as warped and twisted as ever. Thanks.
Sure.
Thank you so much for listening to us on YouTube. You can find us on all of the socials. Instagram, Pinterest,
TikTok,
Facebook,
Snapchat,
yes. And we also started a Discord and we're on Reddit, but those ones we can only do so many things so many times, people.
Yeah. As you can tell by the list of are we here. But if you're more of a just an audio type person, we're on Spotify podcast, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. I think we're on Pandora, iHeartRadio, and you can also check us out on the RSS feed.
Oh yeah.
Which we also found out has its own website, which is pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. Well, thank you so much for listening, and feel free to go re-listen to some of the episodes that we had.